Among all the gifts a cat can offer a human, none is more valuable than absolute trust. Unlike dogs, who often display affection openly and quickly, cats are naturally cautious animals that evolved to survive through vigilance and careful observation. Trust is not given freely in the feline world. It is earned slowly through countless experiences that prove safety, predictability, and emotional security. This is why some of the most meaningful signs of love from a cat are also the most vulnerable. One of the clearest examples is when a cat chooses to sleep belly up near its owner. While many people see this as simply a cute sleeping position, it actually represents an extraordinary act of confidence. In the wild, exposing the belly means exposing vital organs to potential danger. Even domestic cats retain this instinctive awareness. When a cat stretches out and falls asleep with its stomach exposed beside a human, it is communicating that it feels completely protected. In that moment, vigilance fades and trust takes over. Research has shown that cats resting in vulnerable positions around trusted humans experience lower stress levels and greater physiological relaxation. Their nervous systems shift from alertness into comfort because the presence of their chosen person signals safety. Another powerful expression of trust appears during the quiet moments of the morning. Many cat owners wake up to a gentle nose touch, a soft cheek press, or a brief facial nudge. These actions may seem small, but they carry deep social meaning. Cats possess scent glands around their faces and use them to mark individuals they consider important. When a cat presses its face against you, it is not simply seeking attention. It is sharing its scent and reinforcing a bond reserved for those closest to its heart. In feline society, this type of facial contact is typically exchanged between highly bonded individuals such as family members, lifelong companions, or closely connected social partners. The emotional significance of these behaviors cannot be overstated. A cat that sleeps openly beside you, touches your face in the morning, and marks you with its scent has accepted you into its inner circle. You are no longer just part of the environment. You have become part of its social world. For a species known for independence and caution, this acceptance represents one of the deepest forms of love and emotional trust a cat can possibly give. One of the most overlooked gifts a cat can give is its quiet, unwavering presence. Unlike animals that constantly seek attention through obvious displays of affection, cats often express their deepest attachment in far more subtle ways. Many owners have experienced what behaviorists sometimes call the silent shadow phenomenon. You move from the living room to the kitchen, and a few minutes later, your cat appears nearby. You head to your office, and eventually your cat settles into a chair across the room. You take a shower, and your cat waits patiently outside the bathroom door. At first glance, these moments may seem random, but they often reflect a profound form of companionship. Cats that develop strong emotional bonds with their humans frequently organize their daily routines around maintaining passive proximity. They do not necessarily demand petting, playtime, or interaction. Instead, they simply choose to remain nearby. This behavior reveals something important about the feline mind. Your cat is not following you because it needs something every moment. It is following you because your presence has become an important source of comfort and security. Research on bonded cats has shown that many actively maintain visual contact with their chosen human throughout the day. Even while resting, grooming, or observing their surroundings, they prefer to position themselves where they can keep an eye on the person they trust most. In many ways, this resembles a quiet form of guardianship. Your cat is monitoring your movements, tracking your location, and making sure you remain within its social world. This silent supervision is not driven by anxiety alone. Studies suggest that cats experience positive emotional responses simply from being near individuals with whom they share strong bonds. Hormones associated with attachment and social connection, including oxytocin, appear to play a role in reinforcing these behaviors. In other words, your cat may actually feel rewarded by your presence. What makes this gift so special is that it asks for nothing in return. A cat sitting quietly nearby may appear indifferent, yet that peaceful presence can be one of the strongest demonstrations of affection it offers. Active attention comes and goes, but choosing to share space consistently reflects a deeper level of trust and emotional investment. When a cat repeatedly appears wherever you are, watches over your daily activities, and quietly includes itself in your routine, it is expressing a form of love built on companionship, security, and belonging. Its message is simple but powerful. Wherever you are is where it wants to be. One of the most touching ways cats express affection is through the rituals they perform when reconnecting with the people they love. To someone unfamiliar with feline behavior, these greetings may appear subtle or even indifferent compared to the enthusiastic welcome many dogs provide. Yet beneath their calm exterior lies a surprisingly deep expression of trust and emotional security. When a cat hears its owner return home, it often does not rush frantically to the door. Instead, it may stretch, walk slowly across the room, and approach with quiet confidence. This measured greeting is not a sign of detachment. In fact, it often communicates the opposite. A cat that greets you calmly is demonstrating complete confidence in the stability of your relationship. It is happy to see you, but it never doubted that you would return. One of the clearest signals during these reunion rituals is the upright tail. When a cat approaches, with its tail held high and a slight curve at the tip resembling a question mark, behaviorists consider it one of the strongest visual signs of positive social connection. This posture is commonly observed when cats greet individuals they deeply trust and feel safe around. It communicates friendliness, affection, and emotional security all at once. Some cats add another fascinating behavior during these moments: the silent meow. Their mouth opens as if speaking, yet no sound emerges. Researchers believe this may be linked to communication patterns from kittenhood, echoing early interactions between kittens and their mothers. Although humans cannot hear anything, the gesture itself may represent an attempt to communicate in a language rooted in the cat's earliest experiences of comfort and care. Physical closeness adds another layer to these affectionate rituals. Cats are known for valuing personal space, which makes their deliberate choice to reduce that distance especially meaningful. A cat may settle on your lap while watching television, curl around your feet while you read, rest against your arm during sleep, or squeeze into a narrow space beside you despite having more comfortable alternatives nearby. These decisions are rarely accidental. In many cases, the cat is prioritizing connection over comfort. Physical contact allows the cat to maintain proximity to someone it trusts completely. By choosing to sleep touching your body or remain pressed against you during moments of rest, the cat is effectively reducing its social distance to zero. In feline social behavior, few gifts are more significant. These daily acts of closeness reveal that affection is not measured by dramatic displays, but by a quiet willingness to share vulnerability, comfort, and personal space with someone who has earned a place in the cat's most trusted circle. One of the most unusual gifts a cat can offer is the decision to become both a teacher and a protector. While many people view cats as independent animals, concerned primarily with their own needs, bonded cats often display behaviors that reveal a surprising level of emotional investment in the humans they love. One of the clearest examples occurs when a cat brings toys, insects, or even captured prey to its owner. To humans, these offerings may seem confusing or unnecessary, but from the cat's perspective, they often carry an important purpose. In the wild, adult cats teach hunting skills to their young through demonstration and practice. Rather than simply providing food, they gradually show kittens how to stalk, chase, capture, and handle prey. When a domestic cat repeatedly brings a toy to its owner, performs hunting movements, or waits expectantly after dropping an object nearby, it may be engaging in a similar teaching behavior. In a sense, the cat has concluded that its human is a beloved but rather helpless kitten who requires guidance. Far from being an insult, this reflects a remarkable level of care. Teaching requires time, energy, and social commitment. A cat that attempts to share its hunting knowledge is demonstrating that it has accepted responsibility for someone it values. The emotional bond has become strong enough that the cat feels motivated to help prepare its human for life's challenges, however unnecessary that assistance may actually be. This protective instinct can also appear in more subtle ways through what behaviorists call selective interference. Many cat owners have experienced their pets suddenly sitting on a laptop, lying across an open book, stepping onto a keyboard, or demanding attention the moment a phone captures their focus. While these actions are often dismissed as attention-seeking behavior, they may represent something deeper. Cats form strong attachments to specific individuals, and they quickly learn which objects compete for that person's attention. By positioning themselves between their owner and these objects, they are attempting to restore connection and maintain social contact. In the feline mind, attention is a valuable resource closely linked to bonding and security. A cat that interferes selectively is often communicating that the relationship matters. Whether offering hunting lessons or interrupting distractions, these behaviors reveal a cat's desire to remain involved in the life of someone it deeply trusts. They are expressions of affection, protectiveness, and emotional attachment disguised as everyday feline quirks. The 7 greatest gifts a cat can give are not wrapped in paper, announced with excitement, or offered in obvious ways. In fact, many people overlook them entirely because feline love is often expressed through subtle behaviors rather than dramatic displays. Not every cat will show all 7 gifts during its lifetime, and some may reveal only a few. Yet each behavior represents a different layer of trust, affection, and social bonding that develops over time. A cat that sleeps belly up beside you demonstrates vulnerability. A cat that greets you with a raised tail and gentle face touch offers connection. A cat that quietly follows you from room to room provides companionship. A cat that curls against your body seeks closeness, while a cat that brings toys or attempts to teach hunting skills reveals a surprising sense of care and responsibility. Even the cat that sits on your laptop or blocks your book may be expressing attachment in its own uniquely feline way. Together, these behaviors tell the story of a relationship that has grown from simple familiarity into deep emotional trust. Unlike humans, cats rarely communicate love through words. Unlike dogs, they often do not rely on constant displays of enthusiasm or attention-seeking. Instead, their affection is woven into everyday actions that can easily be mistaken for ordinary habits. The challenge for owners is learning to recognize the hidden meanings behind these behaviors. Once understood, they reveal a rich emotional world that many people never realize exists. Every slow blink, every quiet presence, every moment of physical contact becomes part of a larger conversation built on trust and understanding. Perhaps the most important lesson is that trust remains the greatest gift a cat can offer. For an animal whose survival once depended on caution and vigilance, choosing to become vulnerable around a human is a remarkable act. Presence, affection, teaching, protection, and companionship all grow from that foundation of trust. When a cat allows you into its inner circle, it is offering something deeply personal and incredibly rare. By recognizing these subtle gifts and responding with patience, respect, and care, owners can strengthen the bond they share with their feline companions. In the end, the greatest reward is not simply being loved by a cat, but being trusted by one. That trust transforms an ordinary pet-owner relationship into a meaningful friendship built on mutual comfort, security, and emotional connection.